Hello everyone, today we will talk about the Pluto transit. Transiting Pluto is square natal Saturn. How transiting Pluto square natal Saturn will behave depends on the position of natal Saturn. This transit can be more prominent in your life if you already have planets in aspect to your natal Saturn.
But the basics are as follows.
Transiting Pluto square natal Saturn signifies an intense period of transformation that challenges the very foundations of your life. New obstacles are born and obligations grow that make it difficult for you to expand and grow. These new obligations always arise in areas of your life that need to be released in order for the life cycle to continue. For example, for some individuals, a family member will develop a physical or psychological problem and you will find yourself the best person to help. Providing that kind of help will require a great deal of adjustment and a change of responsibilities. If new problems or responsibilities are not currently arising, you will find that you cannot open any new doors right now. The disappointment that arises at that moment if you have been waiting for a promotion, a raise, a better job, a new house, a long vacation, or other release from the daily obligations and responsibilities of your current life are all part of this process. Expansion is difficult at this time. This is the time to focus on the fundamental issues. You should take care of the things in your immediate environment that need attention at this time. Do not try to escape your responsibilities. The metamorphosis of the structural foundations of your life is that you are forced to abandon something that was important to your identity or sense of security. As a result, you stubbornly resist the changes that are beginning to emerge. Unfortunately, the external problems you face are no easier than the internal turmoil and confusion that arises from the process. Deep anxieties and fears begin to arise now and lead to feelings of inadequacy, guilt, and remorse if you feel that you have not been honest or that you have been superficial in something, or that you have made bad decisions. Then you must have the inner strength to recognize these problems and start over. Avoid the tendency to get caught up in feelings of distrust and despair. It is important to remember that resistance is not the most effective way to manage this energy. Instead, try to cultivate a sense of detachment from your experience, so that the challenges you encounter do not make it difficult for you to make changes in your life. Intense challenges, power struggles, and demands of personal transformation are accompanied by conflicts with authority figures, a deep restructuring of your own life and the breaking of old patterns and limitations. Change is quite difficult to navigate, but it is important to remember that the challenges brought by this transit are necessary to stimulate growth and transformation. As we have already stated, the difficulties you are facing now are questioning the entire direction of your life. You are wondering how much time and effort you are putting into your interests now is really worth it. The feeling that your responsibilities are preventing you from reaching your professional goals is a disappointment and an abandonment of your ambition. You simply have to fulfill these obligations, and in the future you will be given the opportunity to pursue your goals with greater freedom. Now there is no escaping the responsibilities that are knocking at your door. Life begins to feel like hard work during this transit, which is why you often feel tired, anxious, and discouraged. Problems seem to pile up faster than you can handle them. Others expect too much, and the authorities in your life seem unreasonably rigid in their approach. Don't be too hard on yourself or others. Try to take some time for rest and recreation, which will help you see your problems from a different perspective. On the positive side, you will find that you have good organizational skills and more patience than usual. Such an angle will prepare you for this period, so that your life is stable even though it is currently robust. For example, to pay off all debts and loans, to face deep-rooted fears and insecurities related to structures you have built over time, whether it is career, relationships, or personal ambitions. Examine what no longer serves you and encourage a relentless shortening of your reality. Rather than seeing it only as a time of hardship, accept the transit as an opportunity for deep self-discovery. Although this period is difficult and challenging, it tells you what things are really important to you. For example, individuals who find that they are still paying too much attention to material goods or personal ambitions will realize that their personal, family and health lives are far more important. Superficialities and distractions are removed from your life, and you are faced with managing the fundamental issues. Build your life to be stronger, more honest, and mature. If something precious to you is threatened, for example, a health problem, it is best to focus all your attention on that part of your life that has been neglected. By allowing the regenerative process to take hold, you will have room for significant new growth to enter your life, and as you shed that which has stagnated or become obsolete, you will feel increased vitality and motivation to build new structures that will better serve your purpose. But keep in mind that problems that arise in areas that are clearly not neglected are due to deep karmic energies that are at work at this time. Some will say, it's not fair, but whether it is fair or not, you should do your best to improve the situation. Recognize that the cosmic forces that are at play, which houses are activated to work for you to create better structures in your life. In the midst of these challenges, it is wise to use your resources and money wisely. Generally speaking, the transit of Pluto square Saturn itself is a time of tremendous growth, where individuals are called upon to face their fears, confront power dynamics, and rebuild their lives on a stronger foundation aligned with their authentic selves.